Ewi ade shima me da mo sese bunya bretwan ya ba ye betwetwe enkomo na ena no peanse na betwetwe enkomo no madam amoma me nchia amanfo yi ansa honorable Azika Oku Yibo wona we parliamentary candidate edema domia bra obom constituency ene ewa woda enti wabusuafo na fofo nyina se womo ema happy birthday sanso ena Dennis Brago, what is the name? Is it Louise or Luz? Okay, whatever. And wawuda for more UK so more happy birthday sanso and Mrs. Victoria Enin Nyako, our Council of Municipal Assembly. Ukunu Michael Enim Nyako say no ma nyina say omo emao happy birthday in Shirano and I will move bisa. Ede amau ene anope ena fi nana Kofi Osu Junior o papa se wonso ene ewa woda enti wonso omau happy birthday ewie ebraso se yedi enkomo nti ena wo ma be kam se ofie ha me no bedi enkomo no me benkum so pe George Krobia Asante wono Deputy National Communication Director ma NPP amayeku no abekame se ofia sanso ena de otoaso yawo Asani Tano political analyst ena fe George Krobia Misre ena fe Nuruddin Abbas ono Ashanti Regional Communication Officer adema NDC amayoku no momien se na no pay abekame nsa yebedi enkommo abeja forma munyina akwa aba
ajaje Joshua
okay ya hwe we de gba 222 minutes pe ye fankasa emfanfa BC so hwe a ekoso ena image yen kwadan ketwa a womo nso eda afiase no mu makomako be 57 womo so womo twere yedum se prison so kwa ho e baby a ye de reform nipa na so kame se yen system ni such a way so nipa no be firi obeba no na why hardened criminal enti ede na betumi aye ama saa ne ma no betumi afiri ho sanse kwadan na womo nyamfie du nwotwe amoda ho no womo so womo twere so hwe ni bi enti yen hwe mametie say that mobeka no we be 222 minutes bi na fi enko major topics no so yaw
aja medase am fa koyo so na mention
where the answer na obeka sakura no pay let me use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to Ebuakwa South incoming MP me the makers should their pains Kingsley fantastic it's sunset Kingsley Juma bi awaye no metie no me hu dwiri me podum se mate se wan kan che me but me hwehwe mu ate se enkwada a ekotwe bi si so hwe wo mu ni center ho nyina no omo mu free car esa ma odwe na di free metie me so oh Kingsley na ade asie but me ejakwa ye dan a mete enti Kingsley mo ni adwuma papa bibi se ni ahwehwe so betumi ahye amanfo nkroba ni amahodo bi a ebe supplement nipa effort kakra enti Kingsley Ajiman we a parliamentary candidate Ebuakwa South no matter what me gina a campaign ama pa
aspiring
ye ntan ye but meye e de ama so say dia wo ye nipa bi obi anya so mfaso amanfo oche bi portrasi odumase ni emiahodo nyina amanfo mu nyina wo mu nyina so mo da se papa e wo dia waye e de ama omo no nipa ya de a sayeye ya yenko
ajaka bade me no want to kwana
sa
ya see ni ntokwa bia
eni ntokwa bi
so asem e shema num
anka o mabeka
wayi na wafu
see se no so say me constituency ni ho
oh okay Ebuakwa South
me Ebuakwa South
wow only constituency
me constituency no ho
and say bon kro no na potrase
me ni mo ho nyina
ajaka bla constituency
no ho
ba wonim ono wate o ba me ko witness here in fact Friday holiday the whole am spending
oh okay
and Kingsley quizzes schools I participate here na Jacob na we share the number of students more pack power auditorium no as when you still catch Kibi Presbyterian College hono organizing
first near friend kids school
and I tell you the number of people are Opinion Kingsley Ajima aspiring MP for Ebuakwa South wo fidi in fact enye se car no whatever keke wo san so make sure say obia bedidi all of them na quiz no so organize here no you could see say it was well organized and this is not the first time why I have no doubt say going forward in the next 10 years to come So open scholars across the country in Ghana, that part of the country, Abuakwa South, may emerge as the top. Because we shall see health and education. And until everybody knows the person called Kingsley Agyeman.
Okay.
And I think, say, yes, I was born a basso. In fact, me walk on the crown of Moncroft back be trail more, no call baby, and no be trail more. Until Friday was a very fantastic event. Harvey or your friend say, Kibi Presbyterian College of Education. And you can see a more about so be I will be, and I'm happy to say Jacob more about so. Aja, my main until wait and I'm share Alestechi Yabua, owner of Pediase Valley Resort. Madam as a godfather and Madam as the Oyen na Andrew Streme, on a freedom war Newcastle, Machiamo Pa, Madam as will be Biara, Moye Emma, Crawford Ghana, enemy and Casaso. Aja, some of the other two, which is related to Kingsley name endeavors. Say, yeah, cultural BC, yeah, madam. Na Osha, one section of the region, Omonia Ubia consistently, and yes, and Chinayano and Rankwano, yeah, consistently, he's been concerned about education. Until Osha said, your more Apomudin, Ebekona, or Pomus Denso Bayadina, so near Duanidi, so near Tadiashe. Until in that direction, he's providing for them. And I want to pray and believe, say, other regions, no. Incoming MPs or certain MPs would also take that course and help their people. Now, I wish all those who are going to write now, and make sure Munkran say, Omunjina Brani, Emma Omo him Nsroma, the almost and no one questions remember. The answer of Moya say, Ombe revise or note. And yes, or Koda Honoanasa. Of course, him say, told the beer now at this year in terms of accessibility to electricity in some part of our country, no, and and so say Bobo Kran or the best year, na sua, na him say more pass a passing a year. Now, Crawford Mogu a Boston now can prisons.
Prison.
Or so a coachruby. Na or more or less, no, me say I incarcerated or Bruni Beckham. Aja. Young nipa bi ase o me kro no o me kronfo anase young nipa bi ase o me yakola bone na onyini me pen bone obi anso ni ho aye wu ni free yef no sabe no abodam but society ene normal atwa ye ho ahia ye environment no ene manipa ni su edane ebe bibi fofra ya na abeye friend say curse or a problem to society enti the challenge goes to our any teachers. Through our entity many years, especially with this type of social media craze. As sabi, a kola o school when you be a 14, 15 years or bar and a bemba. Through a man, o ko dware crop person o twa ne ho photo beto abonten. Emma will be a hu. Just say, or more the social media na nka mo de be ya de pa e de asua ade no. O mo ase no kura masisia no obi biara when you 14 years e kwa o yo ba through no. Omo the social media na here normal awo for more mama ni anko ho a before so be realize no na oba no is another terrain e bi obeka say peer pressure but this one no, it is a social media pressure, that's a social media craze and you need any laws that govern it are strict nti nkofo a say bebre no movies omo hwe ene normal omo hu a violent ni nyina no edidi akọ yen kola no bebre etrim time agya me no ye nyini na sa time na films ahoro baso na patrikotom cassette yehwe bi piamo nkoi nti na commando montade. That is how come the generation of our time we came to love Rollins so much because that camouflage attire no mo na ye hu TV so na video mu a yekohwe yekojiro bi mpomachi ye behwe video ebi anipa be say 20 near tare nipa ba ko ne mpomachi na yehwe nti we came to love that military attire. Until now, Rollins, no matter what he was doing, not and fire until you baby, right? Until the air course, a change of the world terrain. Until our women are very vigilant on their children, especially so more school bar. Now, for instance, some schools were our phone teachers no money or more family. Now, so almost year or more family and so our phone, young share a young tout, and I say teachers no, Yama omo abam enti I wish them all the best in this endeavor.
Okay. Krobia,
Yeah. Good morning.
Me jo so nia.
Na menchia atifo. Ma memo Ghana man penyin so abaso. Emi say abaso bode chinchin bi akwa ma ye man penyin na na dan kwa kufuado. Ye Africa Bar Association for Abona Baso. Na
African Bar Association. A lawyer for Cuba time.
Yes.
Africa.
Abo Ghana man penyin abaso na ohwe some of Kafa Ghana man penyin ho a. Ejina soma omode bo na abaso a say oye pan-Africanist but championing the cause of Abibiman. 2 oye anti-corruption. 3 or a democratic leader or a leader or Kabi.
Yeah, I na age sir.
4 or say good governance. When you Ghana for lawyers African Bar Association. Almost or demonstrating good governance. Or a true African statesman and or a example to African leaders. These are the reasons ma basobody etesa na omde ma Ghana man penny. Me gidi say a shame crime because enyina Ghana for whether we like it or not. Another Danko Akufo-Addo is the president of this republic. Enti akwanya biba say na bibiman nyina koshia na yetimi pejano. Ehye na nimonyam a say a wo ye Ghana ne e wo so mo anije. On the part of the BEC minia. Ye bema ye nuanom kuma no ayiko na ya show mu kran. Na hwenua ma menka kinsire so de ne kakra. Me bo na baso. Ye nua bema kinsire ageman de ne o ye ne ye kase ye bedi hu nkoma de beche. Me de oyem yonko pa apart from the fact say nyina ye MPP for no oye panyini ba ko a me penasem because of odo any tema o manipa na say na me bra panyi kana e no kre over time no obekọ sa abu akwa south constituency on with time the kind of leaders papa no ebu amama produce in future no ne nsa no adwuma no nyemprempren kra na mbenya so mfaso in terms of scholarship support our de ma bunum rante ne maba wa was a constituency ho no e yade twam as an individual ne ma wo ye no e yere remarkable ye nyina betimi asere amana na Nyankopon hira ne bambo because we need a number of these people crofo a omo dwene nipa ho they don't care about themselves alone like omo dwene crofo na omo hwese nipa daachi be yi na mofra ne maba wa ne mrante atimi abaye so omo daachi eti enu akisrajima ba bia wo bia no pai no ajakwabna ni crew ni nyina yebo abaso yenu anu BC for na almost starting so when I think enu anu shase omo number na 602 457 and nipa dodo a omo kwa akotro no enu no na ohwa afidie no ajakwabna akonkan sene afie twam no ohwa there is a difference of about 49,000 49 because last year the NIPA 553,408 and a transfer amuchron so here no unya statistics we no aya na a communicative bi but in prepare na for ya dwene ko ne e train ne say gradually in Ghana form of frado do na ekon edo adesua eti no say if emofra e tron so hwe numbers no e kosu say ya na ema enipa anije na ne ya dutwa wo mu ne say out of the 602,000 plus ajakwa abra emu 300,323 mrante ena emu 300,391 emabawa a kire say ohwe schools ahodo aye both public schools and private schools are about 18,983 schools across the country ena omochro said ye bra panyi di kaka ye no ye be ma mofra no hyeden ne ya kire omo say ade a yenye no won so hwe edan mu no omo nyina momodin so betwe mo afiri at the end of the day one kasa no okotwe so hwe na agba apo a eni fa so bi ama because all the aponitwa echo the next level of academic ladder na you will be exposed. A number of people obtaining grade 6 ones, 9 ones, almost tertiary institution, secondary, from secondary to tertiary, they were exposed. It's one case and a test, one case at the end was a test, one case. Now make sure so whatever results I will be a truly one case performance the amount. A teacher for no so prepping, I know my emergency, I will share more friend kutupa. Our friend in an so better popular teacher need be general consul. So teacher for you to a move no moon say their source of livelihood no is at stake. There be a make say Obia who didn't home one year 1 million concaino. I know a selfish because I have a way. So if you are putting yourself or you are indulging in a certain activity, you may be prepared for the consequences. But think about the other people depending on you.
Yes.
A number of people depends on you. People even look up to you. Who your role model? It's any time don't just be thinking about one kasa. So sometimes we'll be saying my family life near the teacher in who say one why I guess over sacrifice where you when you know man's way. Now about friends so that in way. We are innocent child be said one of the one who brand once yesterday. Now Obia said be bad not to be. Now or the how and more practice in the bar. Sometimes any about friend were involved in one punishment. Your child resource.
Yeah. Now affect you be
pathetic. It's your best stress and mofrano. Almost and sorry no more culture on the same. And yet the end of their life. Ye Kruman and Amaya say what runs over anyone try won't be in your tree. That's not the case. Examination a year good a bois a normal opportunity to also be enrolled in the others next level academically. But that is not the end of your life. You also so they prepare adequately as a candidate, so that whatever questions be a baby, and my friend could draw exams room on. I don't know. A lot of them no name huabo. The young guy say, "Yeah, tron so here the people but two anyone. They also the kind and so bompaye. Now what's the also in DNA country. What pay retentive memory. Sometimes the man was your power baby go away and a 12 more or arguing. Now boom. I've been so I don't know baby answers here. But me my guidance I'm a dear mom of friend in your opportunity no mudin communion and they say, yeah, then so cratan but two anymore. Make sure you read through the questions. Read through all the questions. Who read through the questions attempt to answer those questions. I will say what so that you can you bet me attract the interest of the examiner or the marker. Because and guidance we are question difficult questions and I don't know best starting. And marker be a marker or papers. Now first answer. Second answer in your papa. I don't know how you can contribute. But one more need read it through the questions. And you but funnel. First 2-3 questions now answer no. What me answer it to the best of your ability and understanding. Be sure said the can cry and went to me answer the examiner because I am impressed with your initial ones in know. What me consider and then I am piebo. Okay. Any of at this time no. About Friday is not the time I could show people babia who could change any other. Make sure so be concentrate. Now you have for you provide the guidance. Any support so the bear am offer no a bit me every examination successfully because I say no another than kwa for that Roma about friend bia o transfer when your only motivation in say mama we school this school there's an opportunity for you to me access to secondary education through this flagship policy of free senior high school now a game changer abuama and Ghana ohiani ba any sikani ba there's no clear distinction difference be answered anymore unless a wabo frana anya wadin so person to school so ejaja kwabna de nyina be nse be sro sro ahode ne bambo ene entiase amaye bofra ne yenu
Nurudin
ejaja kwabna
inmates makomako 57 ka ho almost some kokotwere enti ye fa adwene nko the prisons kakra na dua fi kakra se ye ne dua fi nse hye no ahonya reform center ho rather say ho akokodan ba bi a onipa ndoko na wa ye hardened criminal dan makomako na bi omoba omye enti disi ankwala yi a wo mo nya fidu nwotwe a wo mo so nya kwan wo bibi nti o makopie ne do fi o mo atwere no wo je say de ne betuma de aboa se na be o mo ba bonten a ebeboa amo hunu se wiase nya na wie ni nyina no
yo Jacob na meda wase ama memfa akwanya we so na me nchi ade hye konkron a ehwe yen ewo UTV na no pay Penny say ye jampo anu de na anwemu an ye gina Jacob na onim say asante mantam ne di adwuma
sure
timi amfa akwanya we ni anchia NDC for mo hwe yen efri asante mantam na ye mampani so a wonam no nkumu eba 2024 abeje Ghana man efri ne ye ne mpokyere a na nado danko Kufuado ene Dr. Baumia ne MPP aban de hye Ghana no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no pay mamenchia no Jacob na won say in law emremu no and I say in legal theory no they say punishment every for punishment have about 4 purposes. In other words there were 4 theories of punishment. The first one na emre bidru ye na wo hoye the retributive theory of punishment and only most emra an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And so be a kunipa now we will be sa on Ozianya day in Canin Sebi. It will maybe near who say no more, and you call the deterrent theory of punishment by I know say so be a one, you'll be a kunipa. Young fan so tree more day man no pass and your bear, a full one Chinese bank who say, or Monso yes, I did be say, and your bear or Monty, a bit deter. Omo. And you what the preventive theory of punishment. And no na Arab for and kramo for Sharia principle, and say, Ubia could we add dear, no de could we add, and son or de could we add, and he can and sunny free what they are. We have prevented him. And now about the modern and most acceptable theory of punishment are your friend yet the rehabilitative theory of punishment. Now mono who bonnie is a bonnie and casa yare. It's a social malady. Ubia Najimu Ubia society atitini ye be anywhere obey your bonnie. It is obia bonnia. Instead say you who say why your bonnie who say or yare. Na wasi ye de yesan yare and I say akwanya bia as a society de mano and yanya day yan farm mano and unti why day inti the processor sabi ye dene ko afiase nano it should rehabilitate him so that obebe fie no obeye a productive member of society. It is in that regard when I think say this initiative ye the BEC akọ eye enaduafie Emma and Kwala Moho and so it may be there. I think say it fits into the rehabilitative theory of a year punishment. A year the year can was say no kwame say uko ye prisons or mokra no asabi o monko school no musuansa no nyuma or carpenter for tailor for no ne ade ho. It is ye my ni the reformative aspect of a year punishment no a ebeboa ma a year yankwada no nso a sebi omo aya abonefo semo a omo ho aka adwa mu no omo beba fie no na omo abeye mfasode am oman no na eja kwabena delving into a year BEC and enkwala atwere no ye education watch omo ye analysis bi a year education watch a omo lead that a year education think tank e wo Ghana pani a oda omo no ye Kofi Asare no omo ye a 10-year analysis of BECE participation in Ghana, progress and emerging trends. Now here I was say, Nkwala, on say Nkwala call KG1 2012 no, omo nature BECE ne. Into here a year 2012 Nkwala 906,000 and a call KG1. But now omo betre eye BEC akanipa 600,000 representing 67%. In the actually say about 300,000 nkwala omo no mo wo pepa omo awofo do omo ko school a and then nka wo say bibia ko totian nka wo so omo tire BEC no they have fallen off the road according to education watch. Na dian ejakwabna die na akofa sade ya, but I think say se brebi wo ho a Ghana ye basic education asay pa ejakwabna eye under the leadership of Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia.
Na wo ni na so ne say
ebia na ejakwabna on say emre kakra ni ye ka say yasesa ye curriculum nim meboa enti textbooks no ni ade a ye ni nyina no ye de ye tugu ye textbooks are now use yes some e ma ban ka say okoye textbooks for fraud aye dey aba 4-5 years down the line no books are ankasa was so modisua de no enkoy enti nessa wa wofo ni ska obekwa akoto book ama na na wo kotwire BEC ni bia wo ko feli poto na asa aye dey e de abafie ebie according to education service for na no out of about in the last 1 or 2 years no teachers for no mo kire nkwala de be 10,000 and adwane afiri o man yemu nti no ko baabi bebre wo because of aho kire because ejakwabna so obi a teacher ni a oje bosom yaketua na ono a oje bosom yaketua o say o man na say o man sika se mo asay ama ne sika nso no nti ne odwane afiri o man na uko kotoka play bi ebetu bia no teacher for me ensa wo yes, statistics. Kofi Asare education watch. I think that you have not paid attention to ukon Facebook you say ya. Out of a year play be a bit to be a teacher for me and some more move Johnny because almost say on my wire your market and so on. Teacher near on what job soon catch you say near wire diamond never no create Jania. Now what was sorry I wouldn't baby I would be free abano. Now or a dear away. Education, the basic education level no. Na na donate nem call for why they have a collapse and the school fee dinner. Na motivating kwala. Eja kwabna mo ko school na nda na kufu ado ogu na nsen wote wo monka say wo so mo ye adwuma mo ye adwuma ye nyede ye ntua wo moka enti enne nkwala e kotire bi enne nkwala e kotire bi
say mo tua ma wo wi
enne me so mo ba bonti be ka say enti e was obi ye adwuma be ye 8 months 1 year ye ntua ne ka just wa ba bonti abe ye de dance and ye tia ne ka. Now is that your argument? You get the point. Enti your educational system, teaching materials, environment ankasa, environment ankasa, and kwalani ko school no, unfavorable. Into next, o mami nye sikeni, so o papa nye sikeni, obeto to sa teaching materials na ma na se de obeko international school. As I'm saying, you are on your own. But
what can you say now? Can you say trans and say, so mami nye sikeni papa nye sikeni no international school you are on your own. Public schools are who will be or if you tell them one more resource how munya or be no students be far better than one more called private schools.
Also public schools ni bi wo public schools do say open Ghana how mo fail by public school teacher for anka so mo public schools o mo tira de wo ho no o mo makọ international school under NDC no. Between 2009 to 2017, no, we eliminated about 5,000 schools under trees. YCC schools and they created conducive environments. Man kwala nsuya de na kwala ti demu nsuya de kra na wo wo pam no na say minim se mo kra na mo ye ya enkwala nsuya de a wo wa be bowra class wa enkwala ni na but
and for no sima me na
you get the point but now my sika no ye tu ni sra here we are not utilizing it in the productive aspect of the economy to say education a better day. And in Kuala BC, we wish them well. So we do money to abide, so abide the obey day, obey failure because so hono and Kuala to abanintino, abide person obey invest, be an attention about a year secondary education. But Kuala anko and your basic education and passing ye and your good foundation. Want me and crosso and
me that say, no day me that say. Yeah, sure the second issue we'll be discussing it to and also I think say your America Crentino, you bet me as also your topics in a bedi home come ye pa na last one la e bedi pa yan share or say tie towards efficiency upholding fiscal discipline in public emergencies. We will be faithful with public resources, Finance Minister vows as he launches policy documents. Baby, I may say your concentration no say we will be faithful. And then I inform Finance Minister into worker say they will be faithful. I did not be faithful to us. We share who can come one say bra COVID buy or come before so be sika na any man moroso you bet you managing ye during the COVID time be because so and cause ye and I feel man who say ade we no I'm say ya nye ni ye nti na ya twere yesa document yi eba policy document yi ba ana say o ma hu say oh ye ni ye nti say ye toa so ye ne sa ebetumi aboa. Why we will be faithful with public resources? Have they not been faithful all this while? Krobia
Ajagabran
me be 7 minutes or yes I think
Mr. I'm for 1 minute now. Me nyadi ekitobi.
Yo.
Your party no, your membership dues the ashemukina. If I know say me introductory remark, I was making one say. And then Mr. Party my shemi Ghana hanyina ni we are singing and say. And the party constitution come membership one say. Now you can say obey a member in good standing now. I was your party bar or annual obligations by paying dues. They are say reduce no members need to have direct benefits. And the party penny for national leadership, National Council of National Council approval, review, membership dues, the certificate 2 cedi, and it cost 10 cedi. Into at the constituency level, no one has our option to select which category of membership group or person will join. You were bronze member, you pay 2 CD per month. You were silver member, will be to your 5 CDs. Gold member, will be to your 8 CDs. Now platinum, what to your 10 CDs per month. Now, and you know, you could add for your first register on anti constituency office and sign what could you do. And then the party I say, offer phone. Convenience, the flexibility, the transparency, you know. Offer mobile phone about star 920 star 270 hash. Options never but know what you do. Come.
Mama, they are constituency level. Munko grants for a campaign. No
opportunity now. Because they patronize your platform a lot. That's it. To best MPP for no me in fair now party into me brand is from in our preparation towards election 2024. I mean, you are okay. Brofona, okay, children. Because will be faithful. What let's say, be faithful. It does not suggest that one year faithful may be a job. Was say may be faithful. And in policy making, policy formulation, policy implementation, any policy evaluation, I just come at each stage. And what challenges are you be facing? Yeah. So sometimes you may formulate a very good policy because what drafted concept are a very good concept. But at the implementation stage, when you're careful, you may encounter challenges. It's one way at the end of you may lose focus. One. Ghana economy. From 2017, they were consecutively economy growing. Inflation was at a single digit. BPI was moving on well. And a COVID by 2021, and they must start to picking up Ukraine and Russia, Ukraine war. And as a country, we also do admit that a number of ABIM policies are rolling out implementation. And it is important that sometimes you make a humble admission. So, ABCD. Then cause me any say, mentimi any say. It's going forward, you know. I was saying, the way I'm here, man. Anytime I make say. Yetu abamawa na ubumaya Ghana fu nyina a number of people to abamawa. At the end of the day, political party be any kurumu ajakwa they call members meeting amana be any political power. Very. That is why you always have to be careful, especially with policies. How do we buy Ghana for do na be who our policy with the MYA. Okay, finance minister Nsroma Walker ajakwa for the first time mid-year budget will be reviewed. Obe ready or parliament. Oba and one's mama is in this cafe for Bia. Abai no atimi asi.
Yes, can it be all?
Jakobra, ebi ni okrana. Yenu anu mabanya atwamukwa. Yenu anu kaza oka BC as some the common maya. Under their leadership, if we come on chok okra no mutimi supply, but we don't want to go there because we are talking to Ghanaians. We are not talking to your studio and this if one kwa. We are talking to Ghanaians. At the end of the day, Ghana for the judge will be answer my worker. Near Sabia Tossumuni and Tossum. I don't come to America and they say, Abano Amu said there is the need for us as a government to be fiscally disciplined. I was saying, making sure say, Yen Shaya Hodu Ayaye, Sikasem Shaya Hodu Ayaye, Ninano. Young co overspending. And Yama, young who says, Sebi, Enya insurance transfer papa directly our Ghana for so no. I a Trisay be, you know, say a Trisay. I come out here say, it's a finance minister, young one, post COVID. And Shaya Yinana now. And Yama, it didn't work with Trepan and they say, one, you bet me, ama private individuals. I don't know when I saw Brani. It will share now by no launch UK youth care programming. Now where Ghana Enterprise Agency support a whole do small medium enterprises. All that we are seeking to do is say, Yabema private sector no are robust because economy be no. Say private sector na nyina na nice wa. Economy ntimi nyina na nice. Ntine yeba ye no. Yenhye ya hodo especially under post COVID programs a hodo you are rolling it out in and they didn't work with the be making sure say private individuals no and as entrepreneurs are work chrome hano or more person be creating jobs on be bibi no you be mom that necessary support e do kodan che ajakwabran abano make a mid-year budget ahwasem for the first time half year abano atimi akate expenditure by 20 billion Ghana cedis remarkable. I was say commend aban no. Ebia we can do more. Because at the end of the day, sikana edema aban so kwa na kwa kodi awia. And normally Ghana ye krom hayeti. Normally media bia no another additional supplementary budget and aban ne ba. No abeka to say sika edema me akoma bo sika edema me no. Answer me. It ever make me. But this time around, and done another Danko Kufuado, a sensitive government. Aye Rakenoforiata, a minister. What Timmy will say, a neighbor be a no say if we are urging Ghanaians to say Ubia any young said Yama Moyeding, Ubia to ten and Yamaswa, then yay as a bind. Sika ya trama and say Famo Ghana Hobrano. Ye be make sure say ye better ten Yamaso, and Nunti and nay media, ye Timmy save 20 billion Ghana cedis. Abane what about so and because abana yade. I just go no go down China. Me no ka say prepare me no ka say. Sa 20 billion here ya cutting. E dey tinati me save 20 billion. Aban say papa o dey ba ya o kan say all government appointees akatua yen cutting 30%. Aboa ama ene for the first time
ye kati ampa.
Oh, I just come here. Ankatia can save 20 billion. I just come here. Say Ankatia million. Can save
me I just come me who ain't come baby ana. What do pay slip work? Pay slip in you.
Me come na point.
Pay slip in ya kati o na jam so say me dey akati ampa.
Assembly be o ha woni kura na woni ni kura na otwa ho bi na dey dance.
Okay.
At least for Aban to say sika ko ma bosika ya twa ma me. Yetimi aye say na hwe media budget now we introduce taxes for bia. All we are seeking to do is say rather than be widen your tax network.
Now, what kind of a say margin must say? I mean, to no Mr. Say ya kati my faculty. I'm so ya share budget e come company so ya kwosoro.
Yes.
Jacob say
nti mini pass ya be cut expenditure. Ade na ho no mo de no so yan cut man reflect say me ma so ho no ya cut no. Enti no si do di kan do di actually so do di kan nanti. Enti no leadership by example. Say me ho no sika de brem ni ba cut no. Enti no be motivate me am tie kra mama.
I know government as an presidency budget now. A number of state institutions be presidency budget Maslock, it's a shame. What you say? Ghana Enterprise Agency, a shame. NIP. It's our institutions we depending on our bank program are all rolling out. For instance, in America, as a post-COVID growth now, one of the key points are and they say support for entrepreneurs. So if support for entrepreneurs, they are not just about a Jessica. Actually, the say what the best so and you man Maslock there no more they give small loans and I'm a boy.
No, loans and profit here there.
I know that you say you won't come up. Now you say can I come and here first on discount. You know, I may not say be a budget, no, I buy budget now. In fact, been checking figures no year, but I am giving reasons because a number of institutions, presidency and as a jubilee, are buying as well, a budget okay. It's depending on policy and our program buying and the best can do enco. To say the meaning American finance minister, this is not mere rhetoric. In fact, what demonstrating say nanka media budget buy or buy and workers a sika and kurano. As well because sika ya cutting that any bearing on projects I hold I so. I just come here what you say? School them be agenda 111 every single policy and programmer abayi edin nsaka bia no it's ongoing. But I just come now you idea and say when we roll out a policy at the implementation stage there will be series of pockets of issues. That is why it is always important say in policy management you come back to the drawing board. No, I review some of the programs you will drop it, be reshape it. Now
Obi Bekasa yefa Auditor General report. Ewo COVID sika semo ne sedi adwuma na. Nyama ba ku benum yensa bi anhyeda ankose de esi sika no bi edie ne okwan fa so di no. Yanye for instance yesi ye no aduane amankrofo. Amanfo so mo doubt to say the amount of money that you claim say you spending here the no anuane no. Aman aibibio hobi na eno nti na manfo bi say anye bia so de atwa mu koye no yanye ne yie enti na say we will be faithful na anasity but asema ko bi amansa na hene kan ye no maybe south na fe mama ya wabamu ewo ho no ene say Also, crucially, the audit recommendation, implementation, and follow-up instruction for public institutions are anchored in government firm commitment to ensure strict accountability and transparency in the management of public resources. Kenufurata said. Enti yen si yekasa eye stricter. Ye ni mana moroso. Ye be di enle mu pepepe. Are we is that the reality on the ground to say abayin edini le mu a sika bi a sika etwa to ose de ba ya de bi no ye ni mana moroso na mo no ye di ye within our means. Yes sir.
No kure woman ni say both political parties NPP and DC, especially anytime be a year ko abato afimu no, they all overspent. Budget no omudi broso. This is a fact, and we can cross check. Every election year, a year before election year, biano, successive governments, 80 budget and they overspent. It's a no if a banya a wo in print air case, regardless, obey make sure say budgets are. And answer estimate the amount and so on because budget interest scanner the first year say budget amount interest scanner and they remind you IMF we under IMF conditions. It's a number of things we want to be for day and yet it calls for a government to be more disciplined fiscally and so now because okay MPP anti-me and IMF bailout no within the record time no on a silver platter. It was based on credibility. Any goodwill about any war.
And I made in no
record time.
I am a free. What can be Nema who do me worse me no credibility, goodwill and the credibility.
Yes.
I am a free yes, here no more generally. Oh, do baby, na for Santiago form. Na yes oh ye drew her no maka say do baby enche oh na asante abafom no any credibility no no ne integrity e wo before this Bretton Woods institution here we say record time no
when I say record time what I mean is simply Ghana this is the 18th time Ghana has seeking IMF support. And within this 18 time, this is the time, the shortest possible time we're able to secure this IMF support. 2, compare with other African countries. No, I'm pay the same conditions. A number of months, and I say yes, I take your months, and I'm secure this IMF support.
I can't remember there was some African countries, so yeah, they can't go and so no more. But they got years before ours.
It's never true.
But what can you know?
It's never true.
Yeah, dear, 18th time, no. Niama who do ye based on IMF conditionalities, you know. What it to who say bondholder sika near the ensa kokoka pension sika near the ensa kokoka any hair cutting as food ni na no. All these 17 times I call you know. Ye drew ho.
Ajakabra, the best of it can they say talking about this IMF conditions. Going to IMF anybody and you mentioned that yes yenko yebeko any yekoye at the point yes yenko because now you nim enema aban and she how do aban the aye especially revenue and even boama aban sika onyan wo man mu han beko soro ye nuano man this fu asebi se be omo nwene Ghana ho je say omo nko awo aban mu ebra yes ye introduce yi levy what was their position Ghana for share no point they knew their position. And at the end of the day, they bastardized this policy. I'm a 11 to
no, the assignment now, party nipa party penny power vice president. Or can't buy levy, bro, by Peace FM.
I just know because you did to say, and the nipa the assessor was an instant.
Your whole vice president,
vice president might have made a statement based on prevailing conditions. I don't come pray out. It's
not the same England once
I say, what China be say, na me yiri adwuma ye betwi bens utranye ye na akwaware oba na oyire na akwaware onye adwuma betwi bens
bens me twi
he made that statement based on the prevailing conditions
me can say we say it's because policy no ye live in neighbor no and this for enwene Ghana for hu ti almost sorry
they bastardized it was a good policy Ghana ni biaji to say a good policy
and me say your vice president our vice president who is the a leader of the economic management team or this policy neighbor, what exactly did he say or said about this e-levy?
Our vice president, and yet even during at the time I introduced e-levy, okay, I said, Phyllis, we don't have to tax electronic transactions.
Okay, that's it. Let
me set the record straight.
Okay.
Okay, sir, because Ofri said now, no, I know the digital marketing and the digital world, nothing now we are moving towards that direction. So we needed to create an environment where a lot of people will have confidence and will be comfortable dealing like using electronic platforms need to transact business. And we got a pointer. Or man, you say fine, we want to be. I was saying,
1 minute.
Depending on AI. Or maybe I told a church.
Okay.
Which is here. Yeah, when you see school, you see Arasabi Yahudu. Osha MPP Abayibaya. A number of Niama Kasia, ideas to see a disease of Bayinano. Yes, na say unis kabere no watimi ya sa na yemani nyina ya yente say NDC for teacher for betra dey 3 years na aka chom say betuam ka 3 months ya yente say NDC for a common fund obaka say one common fund ye ntua kra ade ya statutory payment unisika it should be in arrest obi anu so but NDC a common fund yes ye ntua pa ye ntua
when the cancer breben
me say under NDC common fund a common fund for a court omantua
and I'm say o da bi o say ye ntua
Omantua
NDC woman me pacho say would educate me maybe and I me kai say wo say womantua e wine or can say womantua one and local government minister one and president at time
we can set those informations but I'm telling you it's a challenge. I'm telling you say it is on record. Some can teacher for one Musame for details. But you are in this country, you say teacher for watching 3 years. They will pay only 3 months.
Delay.
Delay different. They did not pay.
But we know can say one say
make a choice another information. Say mama another information. I just come and say mama another information. We more information you process it.
Information you are making bueno ayamra and that why so much na say wo mutia and I'm say who was
the administration one common quarter common for
which year was that
President Amos year 2009
yes and why cast won't
common fund one quarter common fund they did not pay in this country I am saying it yes Adekye they did not pay NDC and
first quarter which year exactly which year
I will feed you with that information
okay feed me right away
it's in feed the mommy yes NDC for I encrophobia omo mpega na ye eti ne tambia na e be hye papa bia e de bakrum ha
no ma say me na say Nuruddin ya come so about Nuruddin ya mama ba na wo kire mama o no me de o twa to because me put questions be mountain Nuruddin utie samu a omensa na henes kan ya o say he said the documents would ensure that every financial decision was made with integrity and that irregularities were not only identified but rectified. Or say undoubtedly, these instructions will ensure that we are faithful stewards of public resources, generating maximum outcomes from the use of scarce public resources for the benefit of all Ghanaians. Until the time we try to say, "Ntutua hudo amaye nyina no, edi adanse Trudeau say, kakrebi ade ba mo mubia no, omo hwe so ye, ebo mo manis kasem atumi egina, se na be ye nkonko se se niema. Mami ti onso sima,
it is important.
9 minutes. Me pacho, hey, poko pentem, me 9 minutes yenko.
It is important say omo kasama aban so omo ba radio so omo be pay information. You get the point because oba the customer buy na wa wasem wa wo can you put to street proof na wo na ya and you want makra na ye no kasa NDC time there was a time 1 quarter yentia eja me wo eye Ghana web eye Friday yawo Friday 31st March 2023 ya common fund arrears DCE's cry in our presence, majorities are afraid to talk. Over 3rd paragraph now. Also from 2018 to 2022, 4th quarter, there are outstanding total arrears of 6.2 billion. Common fund arrears under I can say 6.2 billion. So that 6.2 billion no, about 3/4. And now it has under NDC. Yeah, common fund. Now on say crop ye kasa no. Meti ha meti no na Jacobna na me raho. Na MPP for a brass so say omo be take Ghana for serious. But ya say Ghana economy no na ye ansa na COVID eba. Jacobna nyesa. Also Ghana economy na grow
na single digit inflation.
Jacobna we heard the facts on the grounds and say Ghana economy na ye dey na go say Ghana aban no ankasa even before COVID no admit say your economy na ye dey asay.
What kind of everything?
The first COVID case Jacob na record no I think 22nd or 23rd March 2020 Jacob na meboa. But before that 2019 na ye Ghana cedi na say ya mo mampanyina Kufuor akosete 40 member cedi normalization committee Jacob na meboa na say no kre. Meboa. Jacob na jema baba asema meka meboa. Ansa na COVID kramba ye no mampanyina Kufuor na agi to mu say Ghana ye sika na say Dr. Bawumia so me yati ase say wo person hu so man bi sika sem ho den a eye exchange rate meboa. Ni ye sika na say ya mananado akọ 40 member normalization committee in 2019 Dr. Bawumia no kra wan fa na nka ho. This is an admission by the Kufuor government itself say before COVID kra na economy na ye dey say World Bank country director kase Ghana economy na ejakwabna
yes
na eyare ansa na COVID ba ejakwabna meboa na memboa and ushe indicators no a NDC ye fra bem according to rebase figures no na debt to GDP ratio 56%. But before COVID ba no na debt to GDP ratio was more about 67%. Ejakwabna GDP ratio aye ko hepek na ye wo no na ye 60%, debt to GDP ratio na ye 60%. And na Dr. Bawumia say ye wo hemic level, but before COVID near nam 64 to 67. So it is an undeniable fact say before COVID ebeba no before COVID ebeba no na economy no aye dey asay. Na Ejakwabna who say this attempt by the MPP to blame COVID and Russia-Ukraine war and everything no is very disingenuous. Ejakwabna who na MPP for yenkophobia omunyi omunfunso ntumu da. That is the reason why we believe say ni kwan say Ghana for mo bedi oman so da. So we panyini na obedi man so a nye bibia na bekotote. Ebra niema koyie no jitum ebra niema nkoyie no jitum say niema nkoyie na wutu anamon ayedai eden sakraya aba. Because Ejakwabna Abrofo say a problem admitted is a problem half solved. So we am from so na wan kasa wo jitum a ma wutimi tu anamon epe ade ne ho pomasibre. What you say? Mobile power first. Mo say oh. Obi kasa economy no say ya. Ofa mame o kasa na me wa hampa cho. Ejakwabna mobile power fofo obi kasa economy na say ya. O mo say oh, eye mahama. Ejakwabna 2 years twa mu a COVID ba ye no. Obi aka oh, eye COVID. And na Russia Ukraine ba say unim the MPP communicators ni bi ka. O mo say Ghana aye den kra e ku na esi ni je no.
I'm kind of it.
Some of that is what some of your communicators are saying in Kumasi. Almost cool now. I see one Niger no. I'm a Jane and Nin and Twenty free Niger. Ma, they no na economy. These are the people that got to Obama almost on media. So, but Adriana ba, Ejakwabna, we heard the statistics no. Chepefe say COVID eba ye no. Amedi o man na wune mo mebre o man ni sika COVID amount ke according to a year COVID expenditure report o mo attorney general ye no almost COVID sika na e behia e de abo COVID ne ho bra Ejakwabna e 12 billion
auditor general say
auditor general amampanyina Kufuor no apom domelovo no de ne baaye meaning say o auditor general woni mu gidie o say COVID aye ka sa high bubu ye kra no sika na ehia ya de bebo COVID ne ho bra ye 12 billion ewi a kire no sika COVID no de bra ye no 28 billion and the COVID ema ye mfaso 16 billion Ejakwabna na wo te ha na wo koya ade bi ade no wabo ho ka 12 billion na wunya 28 billion na utimi ka se waboka eja kwabna utimi ka se waboka enti omo akonwa aboa na se omo yimfram abone no ende omo to ayedai omo to ada ho eno nkoda eja kwabna in the COVID period no ye exceed your revenue targets are ye nyina eja kwabna bajo utie in the COVID period no ye exceed all your revenue targets eja kwabna 2020 no eye GRA a project say ye taxes are ye budget tax revenue are ye budget no eja bajo utie me COVID no me kire wo ne ntia MPP fo ntimi mfa COVID enye excuse eja kwabna me kire wo ne ntia MPP fo ntimi mfa because COVID mamu ohunu say COVID ebre yesika bia na ye ninna a COVID amank enye yenya so the claim say COVID be high no mo auditor general report on COVID expenditure no approve mo wrong ebie eja kwabna COVID eba ye no sika ye jeje say eto a ye yes ye bejeje no ye jeje broso 2020 GRA projected say ye bejeje 41 billion in taxes 2020 na COVID ni gina mo pa no ekowi atire no ni ajeje 45 billion ye nya 4 billion more than the projected say ye bejeje in COVID. And the COVID did not affect our revenue mobilization. Ebio 2021 ye yes ye bejeje 55 billion ewi ye na nya 70 billion. So why is the justification say COVID eba be dey ebe high?
Na asema ko mo kan wa ha me ju say me the baby son say was it they will be faithful with public resources. Enti o kan be susu dia say wo hwe a sika wodo munya ye decision wodo mu take ye ni nyina na o say he said the document will ensure that into the document you know and ebe ensure that a financial decision was made with integrity and that irregularities were not only identified but rectified. Undoubtedly,
irregularities.
Finance minister what Ghana who Ghana my pa or the head of economic management team or must say Ghana your financial sector. Ejakwabna you rack and over no your papa dia na samu a work no untimi fa honto so because asemu a work no work etrema mienu a wode kasa asemu a wode ketrema ba ko ka no enye no na wode ketrema ba ko ye die nti na me kasa Ejakwabna you krom ha and I can over Begina TV so can say Ghana yanko IMF da we are an independent nation, we are a proud nation. And that problem
was near the levy.
And that you see, or can you 1 week per near call IMF.
Not the financial measure.
Please, I didn't measure. I didn't measure Ejakwabna. And Kabia or Kaya no the D be ya Fikrani or IMF
economy.
Ejakwabna and Ka. Ebeyebi or see yanko IMF 1 week na you say IMF I niam mienu either say economy no a manage no no onim so ana say what the nsu agina nanum ayedai akasa 2022 ya okọ kan main budget na Jacob na onim say o ka say o share boss afiwe omomobosia from the domestic market that asat say obeye media budget review no be also omobosia on the domestic market no abobosia 5 billion. As I said, by the end of the year, no better about 43 billion. So, Kenoforiata has no credibility. And Nunti, and for the first time in the history of Ghana, on one Kasani MPs, 90, etin is what you say. Kenoforiata is there because of your Mampenyinia. Kenoforiata is there because he's serving the interests of the Achin Mafia. And yes, I Kenoforiata fairly poto. Nana Samoa Kano, and that can idea want to so in your day, in your year. And so 20% expenditure cuts are not in your year. 20% expenditure cuts. 30% expenditure cut in a Jacobra. And he free
20 billion.
And he free 30% expenditure cut. On say, who figures no, there be go about 10 expenditures now. And just a cut be a day, oh baby. Oko Mampenini or Mampenini Mahama, a brand no Mampenino. Sikani the core office of the government machinery. Collectively over the past 4 years, no, and 2 billion. Over 2 billion Ghana in a year, 4 years, no. Nanado Danko Kufuado in 4 years, no. You discuss close to 10 billion and a quarter. Yakoka will say agencies, Eshe president, I say. And Penny Mahama, no agencies living just here. And most of the
agency.
No, you're asking me a question. agency bia ni wa show mampanyina Kufuor was say eye bibi papa bia. They are duplicitous agencies. Let me tell you why. Unim say free education secretariat show mampanyina Kufuor was say. But free education, you know, why institution be na manage education in Ghana? A minister of education, and Ghana Education Service, a Jacob Nameboa. A free to enter the Ghana Education, secondary school, Ghana Education Service, the Ministry of Education and Managing. And you see, then also create another bureaucracy. And you my sika go because more for my sika a
Okay.
You get the point that another almost our 1D1F secretariat but we Ministry of Trade you were industrial agency implementers ade no enti sika e call Mampanyin Kufuor wakache in 4 years no 5 times the call under Mampanyin John Dramani Mahama enti this claim say o makati expenditure no ne ade no it's not reflecting on the figure can Oforia run the economy need down Jacob me de manusi ama ene Bank of Ghana for the first time in history akọ bankrupt o maboka 60 billion Jacob na 60 billion no dey call dollars $6 billion. Sika ye kwaje no IMF ni say 3 billion. Enti sika MPP for kwati kwan so after free IMF Bank of Ghana no 2 times the ye kwaje no IMF.
Omo fa na say bibi na manabasa.
Ya bibi anya bibi na manabasa e jakwa na sika ni edim yo mudi sika. Enti kan no for real time obi o kasa e betu.
Me da say yawo esansa wo aye nutrient na me se twa no miedu nkasa wi ansa watumi abam. Yawo mama wo ye nutrient more 7 minutes. No, it's also I join Chirawo. So Sabre, idea you see a day bay. Obi say, and I see Mr. say, assembly ya can now so yet physical discipline ya can once a and then you know, we are not disciplining ourselves when it comes to our financial and the then say, Sir book guidelines in the Bema, it's my SSA.
Aja, Medasi. Ya bo Mampanyin na do dan Kufuor abaso the yamiase na omo the terms conditions reasons is the bona abaso let me treat boom but the crop omo ye anti corruption emsanka anti no omo you afie na mistake no be share
anti ni be share na kan say corruption ko
adintra aja me ba ba so ma nchi agbese be fia wode nkra ma me sa me fa mo ye pon am de be mo na machia me mame anti mage aka sister safifuo nyina machia mo ogre machia mo nyina aja
yeah
ensem ha na won say no kro so ne kan edin especially say ko ba say wo na fufuo e wo the ruling government mo but I am always happy to speak the truth said ye beya nipa na wo ye madafo no obetra ba bi na dacho akasa ko ye credible nti asem ba bi ye dan ho anam de beto we see emphasize on I will be faithful and on the issue of fiscal credibility. Aja, Mr. Fem. Na ma mention as free baby akrobia. Na obubu nkotodwe edefai. O ka kire yen say 2017 there was an economic growth of a certain level
of 7%.
Exactly the
2017, 18,
Don't
19.
worry at all. Don't worry at all. 2016 the World Bank and the IMF had projected this 7% growth long ago. The records are there. That's number one. Number two, Aja, this government came to meet the buffer pillars that had been created. Sinking fund, energy sector recovery levy, your friend saying Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, Ghana Exim Bank. There were other funds, heritage funds, and they were pillars that monies were inside. I just say pudu egum for future occurrences and I say future shocks of the economy. You came to meet 2 oil fields in addition to the existing one by Kufuor, making 3. You came to meet Atuabo gas processing plant. Anka enye no nanka still no West Africa gas pipeline ye twen efi Nigeria no nanka Ghana ye tua at the time to me yes can tua to power our generators for electricity na problematic. You came to meet all these things in place for you to utilize. I married you, and you see the expression of we will be faithful. I understand him because they have not been faithful. The expression is a future tense. And Ayebibia will say, and I say, I am willing, I intend to. You understand? Simply because you have not been, and you have not been in the following reasons. All these economic buffer pillars, you destroyed them. Another serious economic buffer pillars or bed destroyer was the banking sector, the local banking sector. Aja, I am a subset of it. Also now can be, but maybe you are not realizing because you think say you are a media person. In Crawford, na you car one way or the other. Now, Jacob Brandon, you might be on the pass 2 CDs or 20 CDs on your mobile phone. On your mobile phone. So see, they can't. I was working at the First Africa Savings and Loans. A good, maybe what? You see, my main reminder, Obama by you know. Now, by the end of his tenure of office for the first term, now almost all the manufacturing companies, car manufacturing companies in America, now a good. Wouldn't do or Pompey 3 trillion, 1.3 trillion or so, and the share economy to revamp them and other banks. Jobs. At the time, Nissan and Toyota and Co, they were leading heavily on the market. And then the car manufacturing companies started resuscitating. Go and check Ford, their cars today. Go and check GMC. Go and check Lincoln Navigator cars. We say so them rabbi say, your engines near America, that's so into young car, that is how come the world also saw the need to re-engineer in terms of land cruisers or engine capacity. You understand? Now, Aja Yamra, you have not been faithful to us in the sense that you promised us one constituency 1 million. Did you fulfill it?
And that's some the toilet
ambulance the
ambulance
the ambulance
7 years 7 years and $7 million.
You see,
7 years
kind of crow because
your agency is supervised.
$7 million, and then I'm there.
Macro yes, I will. Who promise you 1 village, 1 dam? Where is it? What has that particular dams, the impact on the agriculture? You have not been faithful. Now we'll be sent assembly FR His Excellency Dr. Baumia, whom I will declare something around. Some few things will come out later. But my name answer Krobia. When you quizzed him or say he's saved with the trio, baby Addison want to treat.
Papa Addison,
Addison, Ghana bank, or more to Kesse. Kuntura si no more trust kapudu ego system no. Sanka your man biswa, my man can of don't. Your man biswa, and can by this time or maybe a cuckoo mwasisi no. He would have been the first person to be tied to the stake and shot.
Hey,
yes. You don't kill a nation like the way Addison, why you body bomb. No matter how much bang you know. No, we trust the Kagumi. I can't probably try. Right?
This is a wild allegation.
It is not a wild allegation. These are publications and these are true. Again, I said, Sister Billion, a dear Mamone no Motoya Bobos. A dear Pan no more year bank.
So, I'm going to change the move by say, it's a banks and Ketuano, Enya, and Huchireno, or Muchiro Munintino. Niama who does say Bananka Musumutumi, Enya, down on Cabo Pompey Bank of Ghana. No, so Ketuano, course, I'm walking how and I can see
Eska etwagu
medase
eska etwagu
maybe anyonoka
eska etwagu and now who as a government a capitalist government I will say the private sector is your friend and then come the emma private sector to revamp themselves and can you chomba bia we here and then you want to why buying a big good private sector which supposed to be your so-called engine of growth today the private sector as a result of taxes no want to mean produce. What's the private sector may Jumana or employing Crawford? How many Kwame Despite and Tobinkos can we get to be able to get to the point to see a Despite group of companies, Tobinco group of companies? How many of them, Cocoa Tins, how many of them can we get into a modern survivor of the fittest? It is the government that uses the taxpayers' money until you must spend it judiciously to benefit obia. Now wo ba na be kokwasa na de taxpayer na kasa kura wonya baby oye adwuma kakra no na what say kogu no and the First African Savings and Loans na me adwuma ho no inkrofo na ombeji loans o koye adwuma no they were growing your friends carrot, cabbage, omo de kodua bayire wo north ho any normal. These people were contributing to the economy,
but they were the people who protected.
You brought a policy, a viable policy of one district, one factory. Very fantastic policy. How did it end? Or has it ended? Beginning of this year, Mukachre said about 124 are operational. Of course, we started company, and yes, we started and now started making profit. Right, it will take some time. But at least if 124 are operational, we should have seen a little bit of impact on the economy. Why is the economy keep on sinking? Why? Because people are hoarding monies in their homes. When you go and borrow and the dollars come, you buy it yourself. Whether they buy or they take it for free, I don't know. But it ends up in their bankers. And until na ya brea and na me no ti hen. Ajakwabra hwe say your friend is saying your friend agriculture irrigation.
You are not the
facilities gu hwan ke betumi dia viable agriculture. Wo say there be. When somebody revamped Commander Sugar Factory, wo say he was so incompetent and he built the factory before growing sugarcane. You stood or you have stayed in office for 7 years. You have not grown just a single your friend say sugarcane crop. Ashedi bako yedua no wadwaye chikura wundua bi. 7 years. So you have not been faithful, and I agree with him. But you see, he will never be faithful in the sense to say his own boss and uncle told us say when he finishes the IMF deal, he will go and stay somewhere quietly. Me, I would have subjected to the president say, Sanko mane ko try nchen, and omo appoint obi fufuro. And oni obi fufuro na ya appoint no kropo kan se hwe, ya appoint wo ba wo de wo ye simpapani tra ho. He will dictate. Anka no kropo aka say be kasa anka, wa reshuffle no. But one ye, so they both have not been faithful.
It means you don't trust the government way no answer.
This is not the first time he's saying that they will do the right thing for this country.
Okay.
Why would I put my faith in this? So we should indicators and wo ho nyina o beto ya enne I do create some fiscal discipline be anywhere. The fiscal space is closed. Fiscal space no and no more blacklisting yes to me because when you came the conditions on the ground, the indicators were favorable for you to go and borrow sell back Bobosia. 13.5 billion euro.
Okay, but that's it. You were just about 20 minutes. But the Yebeka Adia for agreement, some no. Mampeda Mahamana Ekasa na some wakaya no. Was say Wakasa pa say Sagremedain this way, a dan buburja, bebre, and a dan go and a April infuse son temunie. Akwakochwa homa mse kosifo for opokwase esikasa ya faso bia eni so abas yesi otwe delegate so sika no a delegate say or can say or say Mahama joust Nana after blowing $200 million on Sagreme project.
Eja
you 20 minutes into no mema o 7 minutes 777
eja won say Sagreme project no a ewo ho no a aban we eja ya ma na say no Echrade bi say
Echrade
NDC amanyoku no ye nation builders kuapempo be kasa ye oye man ye aman siesie fo ye be siesie man na MPP fo ye nation wreckers omo ye amambofo omo ba bebo man eja e de ntina me kasa on say NDC ye ba ye no ye survey bi hu say Ghana we have a housing deficit of about 1.5 million to 2 million. The me patron says Ghana ni bia benya ba bia dam ahoto aba adan e wo se esisi dan be ye 1.5 million to 2 million ye dey e ka ho. E na ye wura John Dramani Mahama gonja de hye konkron tikese e da so daye. Ka say me de me mebubu aja ejefo dan ene malfiu. Me ko sagleme. Na makosi adaipon bebree. Ama e free ho no na wasi adan pon no mako 1500 so mo betimi dia 2 TV so ama Ghana e te say dia wa chichiri kro na che say project ni ye 95% complete ni aka ne say eja kwabena ni ye betwe light atwe nsuo di ayedai akọ omo ba afoforo na eja kwabena AESSL for ye eyi bi say ye nya $32 million a ye betimi aye saa de ni nyina ama nipa ayedai akotenam nkofo we ba ye Jacob na na segulami ni kura corruption wom na say na Jacob na de omo se corruption wom no omo minister atachia ano ye works and housing minister no wo ba ye wa betua sika ma segulami contractor no a wo say corruption wom no Jacob na ye chirikoko ayedi ne ma
send ye so tua so say contract
Jacob na no in law Jacob na ye say fraud vitiates all Adie bia dream keta se kankan ni pro ye wom no in law it is deemed to be a nullity and this oba na say adie bi wo ha corruption wom a is a vitiating factor obetimi agina so dia ye dey
so trade
ayi oba na adie wo hu sa adie no fraud ni bibi wom a o pause payment
okay
mo betua sika ye dey aka ho afi na mo ye say corruption wom no ni adie na eja kwam na mo ye sa adie ni nyina no no o ma sa hyenkofo kutu pa omuna machire ewia se eyi seglami eniema ye de ye seglami no na Jacob na otrofo na se me dance ni wa brochire contractor na ba abontia be ka se in the period that ye jai seglami ne to homa ne pro ye no seglami housing equipment worth 7 million stolen at the seglami site former MPP for your coach national security for bia no ma cause ties enom ni ade mo na mo sa na machire na mo ye dai mo wie mu niam na eja kwabna ne o magya madan na deteriorate eja kwabna wa wo fie kura wa nkom busum nsia e te sei e dan pon mako 1005 o ye man panyini si sei ye de be ma ahobambofo a policefo a soldierfo nom ni ade eja kwabna ukọ opposite eye Flagstaff House a wutimi hu say ye security fo no o mo dabre mu nya dai enye o mo nso ne ye de etuo nom ni ade ama o mo a say ya mo anya asomdwe na o mo dane tubra na egu yeso eja kwabna nya wuo ni aye de ye wuo eja kwabna o mampanyina ya nhwe ha ma ade ya sei afi de wati asem a wo ka oso o mo de be ma private sector eja kwabna ohun MPP fo pese na o mo pese segulami no gu ho sei na o mo ton mo ho se ne o mo ye ECG no on se mbre bi duru o mo be ka je say ECG ya manage ni ye de koma PDS e ko wi ase na o mampanyine nua gabia sare o kire dako ene nkofo bi babafo bi ene aka bom ya ejapa mesa mo ene nka efa kwati kwan so afọ mo ejapade kese ti se PDS ene o mo so o mo de koma private investor na ye hwan ubekum na ye omo a eja kwabna omo sika na omo wi agu dam no na amanfo ewiewia no omo nim de omo de beye na omo ntimi fa nkwa abrochire because of the how tight the global financial system eja kwabna ye tete so omo nkofo ni bi pese omo to saglemi omo sika na omo wi agu dam na omo nim de omo ya say aye trese a form of local money laundering sika no sani America fo na UK fo ayere omo financial system kitten no sa sika dodo no ntimi mfa nwane enti se ene gudam nso a eye risky but so de koto ayi dia na che se we legalize sika no wa fa kwa bi so de sika na buy into the financial sector. We shall never allow the MPP to sell the Seglemi housing project. Na ita na wo o mampanyina kufu ado de bia meka se wa yes oba ono ankasa nim se won che wa aware ase so tu banchi a wonye dai wonua o mampanyina kufu ado ade bia ni ho ye ya e wo daakye o mampanyina upafo ani hwe ade bia ni ho mampanyina ade bia o mampanyina kufu ado ye bia o de temporary glory ama ne ho na e bo man hwe o mo ya ade bia o mo say ye frɛ no one village, one dam. What was the purpose? The purpose of the one village, one dam, they say, ensure all year farming. A pebre to top ebe wo. Ebe we actually now one village, one dam on one. Yet devote to more than $100 million. The minister on what the animal you say. Or more nye dams, papa bia. Nti ejakwab na no kosiremu dams ejakwab na hawa kumsi anka.
What can I say?
Or say, Sikanwa, or Yadema almost on Mufanya Dam, into constructing meaningful dam, yeah, Mr. Asaneta no meboa. Was it to be constructing meaningful dam, yeah, and no cosrema dams no almost on why and the Jacobna and Kalana Bobo womb, na dam a quality Bobo womb, a dam papa, or Mampany Mahama, ye dam back could be a friend at Tammany, dam, or Upper East. ye on say NDC no yen sabe so sabe nyaado eya ye mpe ye ho niam bi wo ho aye ye fa no say ye too ordinary ade NDC ni be ya won ka ho hwe obegya dia ma assemblyman no MPP ni ya no ofa tonton san say we ase nyinante we did the Tamini Dam in the Upper East region I serve for about 20 communities and there were all their one village one dam na we omo buy omo so omo ye planting for food and jobs unim say brand champ obey Greek minister we go say planting for food and jobs be anyhow
new policy omo the new
planting for food and jobs no go omo the new policy
omo the new model
omo the new model eto omanpanyin akufo adwade bia hwe wa beto so omanpanyin ma oba Ashanti regional omanpanyin Mahama esi 500 bed military hospital. Eja kwamna TMU. Osi 500 bed military hospital. Osi 120 bed for Mena District Hospital. Osi 120 bed Kumawu District Hospital. Sa hospitals when you now what so wie na ma Santama ayare hwe ye de ye gina ye wo anwie wo so wo ye agenda 111. Omanpanyin Mahama hye seglemi ase. Ye $32 million per asat 2017 de wie wo anwie wo so wo koye ebi ye dey e wo poku ase na chese wo no ade bia wo di mata ho no se de o man sika na aye kra wo se enye de yensai seglam ye ejakwabna reason be na odi ama ejakwabna reason be na odi ama wo seglam ya ejakwabna
me na me hold me
reason be na na kufu ado ne ba o miade ama wo seglam se no nto mo mo se ejakwabna mo se ye niska wo ejakwabna wo de ti knowledge we o mo se ye nisika ye de koye seglam no ba ejakwabna ye pay $42 million e de awie 1,005 houses ejakwabna me nua nyabotre wo se uniska be ejakwabna onim se Bank of Ghana report na e ba no mu si dan po ba ko ejakwabna tie ni e o mu si new office complex ba ko pe for $250 million e dan ba ko pe wo mampanya kufu ado no de wanya sika because procurement gigs wo mu a wo nu nua mo benya sika fa no wo ko si dan po ba ko for $250 million by year pe o de $50 million dia ko complete 1,500 houses ama Ghana fo nya ba bia tan wo niska na just say MPP o mampanyina kufu ado de animu no omo ye obofo MPP ananado danko omo nia de papa bia de mama no na seglami no private investor wo nimu a wo be kwa akoto no sika ye dey e be ye uka 2024 ye be ye dia ma omanya ho bambofo ama omanya ba bia tena no ma bo omanya ho ban
me danse krobia na ho preo tie untumi mekere me say obiaka dabiti enye na obekere say mama obi temti ma tie ana me say obekere me say wo me mata beba tie 7 minutes and you know 7 minutes na wo kasa bebre say do no set me say do no about tie bi so bi sanya nkwa na wo me mata ka kere say wa me 7 minutes because 15 minutes out meeting kasa na me kire say baby any pass o kasa o me 7 minutes tie and you no be cham dia menye so you shouldn't have said o me 7 minutes and you no be cham dia menka what you shouldn't have said that no be cham dia menka dia club ya ye and some make no abone se bombo ni we and your person no ye de na ta on ya bo enti jaro dia ma me first minute 7 minutes no because 20 minutes I see it me was our question Ghana for mama 2 minutes you come me say you me da say any we ka wa jakwabna me say asam na ya mama be kasa yaw nti kasa yaw asama omo tenta asama ti krobia you've all due respect tell me me pacho I didn't come your way. You invited me and I came. Tie me.
So time management is very important.
You have no right to tell me how to run.
You shouldn't have told us how many 7 minutes. That was wrong.
First time I make us more 80 minutes. How many minutes now?
8 minutes. 15 minutes.
People are watching. Me too.
They will be faithful.
Ghanaians are watching.
They will be faithful. Aja. Time ye de Emma nkrofo sanka wo kasa ye na obi time people are different
What's the 7 minutes? One host to
be a host to be
out.
Go to your point. So
you invited me. And your producer invited me. You don't sit here and say 7 minutes. Then you give somebody 20 minutes. I cannot question you. I'll question you. Because you're not being credible here. You're not being credible here. And I'll put it to you. You're not being credible here.
So what do you count? So 20 minutes cry. And I'm
sorry,
I'm paying for us and be on Mokaya. Has to be a
tell the producer you're not managing the time well.
Let's address this. Producer
platform
host to be out because you have 5 minutes. But normally we
go beyond. If you are going beyond the program time, I got 7 minutes. This is not 20 minutes. It's not fair. People are watching.
A host.
People are watching.
You are not 9:37. You are not a timekeeper.
So you shouldn't have told us
every host will tell you how many times just to make sure.
He invited us to come here.
Please.
You must manage the time well. That is not fair.
People are watching. You are not.
You said These
are the people of Mokasama Bank. Look at the arrogance. Look at the arrogance.
Define what credibility is. Can Ofurata credible? Even managing time in this program, you are not even being fair with it.
Power. I say, we have people communication director.
People Ghanaians, the good people of this country, they are watching this program.
Of course, Ghanaians are watching. Of course. On the 11th, Wednesday 11th March 1964. Me say repeat it because Krobia Ebia no man Krofante. Wednesday 11th March 1964. And Kwame Nkrumah ko gina Ghana ya assembly na your friend the parliament. And odo na num sem nyina etuja every 7-year development plan.
Yes.
Na odi be bu o mano a make sure say yempuntu nyuma adanya ebedem akwanya yebeyi agriculture mechanization in normal odini nyina akoto dwa education health bibia na nkasa ye munaja
okay saying
mebo bibi tofa ama make chira we say Kwame Nkrumah in his 6 years of administration so because 9 years mama yentias say the first 3 years next no or your head of government business and you no take decision your development magana na 1st July 1960
yes
ye benya independent na do be ye fi ho no killing the spirit of Ghana no sa particular de ye nya ye fa hu dia aban na onu ankasa betumi implement onu ani project and as programs are odiaba enti so obi kan se Kwame Nkrumah bedi ye so emfie nkunu a ye emfie nsia pe na Kwame Nkrumah de yes anu ma no dodo no about 80% na emfie nsia ba jade na tie ne se Kwame Nkrumah across the nation will see 17,132 houses nationwide. Tema community 1 to 10 na enka ho. Tema community 1 to 10 is 18,000. Into what the bomb Kwame Nkrumah in his 6 years now on one kasa na Ghana ya no kasa ye take a decision. Edi ye development plan, edi ye adwuma no. O see adan 35,132. Right? Na aja jiwe medebe jao.
That's it.
Echirawo mpotema horu adan esisiye kaneshi so man kumase so am so friends say peduasi so osisi dan no make sure say oche amana so bia so under a population of 6 million now o can send p can say your population no enyini nti ehun behia say ye beye bibia friend fabricated concrete machine nti ya shase esi machine and as a factory ebeye concrete concrete ya hihye agu ho nti ye besi dan no anse yakosesa na ye de hihye na anse ya covid buy na ye nyina yete ho na ye besi ho say na ba de say na China for mo di 2 weeks esi edan ya etumi efa 5,000 or more people at the same time it was I think 50,000 or something like that. What did 2 weeks pay? No, mo di 6 dan kunkro. Why? Because no man no modi besi dan no already no ya hyehyɛ gu hɔ aban no taxpayers is ka no e no use e de yes no man nti ye machines e manufacture sa no man no a egu hɔ dada nti se yesi ye besi dan no ase ye maso na ye hyehyɛ nti sa machine no na ye CB anasa sa factory no na ye CB na Kwame Nkrumah kasa nyina no e no say I quote o say edansie nso meka no otwi mu edansie nso e ya de a beba beji aban adagye pa na sesia ne ya yen hyehyɛ anasa hyehyɛ ayɛ no ɛyɛ hyehyɛ bi a akakra bi na kyese atosema na ayɛ ano abɔpɔ na emom no ye si machine de meka ayɛ no ebetumi ama yɛn concrete ya hyehyɛ gu hɔ dada de sɛ ba se yɛkosi dan a na kyese yɛ mbre ho kora na bosom bia no yɛbetumi asi ɛdan mako 200. Can you imagine if we were building 200, the state is putting up 200 houses every month for the citizens of this country. And can why no better bonting? Into your young share, you bet to me as you die. I have you know, at the Amayan crop for more year, Jumanina. If you say, oh, baby, that now walk into my fra, and now will be dear. And none of my chest, we a dignified person. Now, the son woman way a move back on Shrewa, a pomoding, baby, I'll do Tibeto, a move back on Shrewa. Na wunipa suno atochima atosi at my age me da so a high dying. Why? Because government have not put in place policies that benefit me as a taxpayer. There are people who are 60 years, they are still renting. And no more sisi dying regarding the fact to say because we need the because into 2 now or 2 crop or 2 rent more wouldn't fake. Aja His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama. Wabekasa. But of course, I would have loved to say, Ankasa, no, he is not the right person to come and say it. And because he is a corporate of the same thing. One would say yes, Oman Payiku for an affordable housing or buy no, and children should show it to us Senate for and take over na Omunsi, right? But I buy a debo teaching and one a debo bar. The issue of say a taxpayer and Sika Yadia Yampun to Dumagu Homana Prono, a certificate Kwame Nkrumah Berso. You took Kwame Nkrumah and Nwoma Yena Atomic Energy Commission. Nisano reactor now Kwame Nkrumah Yedi Chegana, Russia and the Chegana. Atomic reactor. I had the share from Hanka Yedi Babe energy. Any crop variations. Yedi Babe Yampun to Juma Bebre or Memno medicine in Nana a friend said UP4. Etu abangudo omo de sa reactor no eche America enne ye energy hwe omo ja puntujuma na Kwame Nkrumah egu ho even the breed dam na ya shase no Kwame Nkrumah omo ja egu ho until so banpankufo ebe maso omanpankufo ne nyansam no o sign a reignite the affordable housing when we and above from buyer, why is it that you as a government NDC you left the taxpayers' money to get voting in the bush? This is one so what banana wa besibia. Now person obi ebra emetwaso. You see I buy the boat techino and one the boat but in this sense no sa ebe no enye dwuma in the sense say I buy the boat techino you find more the taxpayer who has fulfilled his obligation. Yen ye tria yesi kama mo loans na mo no nkrofo ayem wo mo in the next 15 years safe ne ye be wo mo they are going to pay these loans and so wudua na mo jaguyuram of course o ma pay nkofo na dey na here say about 80% has been completed or whatever it is. But you see the money here I will continue to talk about Seglemi. Seglemi is a whole city of its own. What's the nkrofo this car? How come that 7 years you have not been able to prosecute these people? So what is campa? Not taxpayers come on job was here, sikro new one. I am not rather meet one of your sister stations in house here. I am no more can say sewage in so and so. Minia contract ye demand different group of people. A beer na ye woni pa ye de a done contract the man. Plumbing ye wodi the man. Sewage ye the man. You cannot tell me say Ankombesi sa there no more jag without sewage. You can't tell me that. That is propagandist approach to the whole issue. The taxpayer is not angry enough. Namodi asoso akobofom. I am urging the people of Ghana, the people within the Pokwase enclave, that we should mass up at the place and stop the government from using another taxpayers' money to sell or send the Bashir Bibiasi. Because I can promise you, no government will continue. It means that the taxpayers' money, ye continuously betu aguyurem na yankasa yesan atwa ye ho aba betua na development and as scarce or bad money get boy home na boy. I'm saying say we should stop them in their track for that Pokuasi project because they have shown gross indiscipline in the housing arena. And say ye more bokwa say o be say
me da say Krobia mitio
Krobia say won kasa o Patente so to order the ketrama.
One fa ho aden onia.
Na na so kasa.
Me mini problem. At the end of the day
kasa o de kasa masa.
Wa matter dem dey him say
Krobia mitio. Krobia mitio.
The gentleman should respect.
Krobia mitio.
Time you hold.
The best make nyina ne say
no redeem me pacho.
Yeah, as aban. Ye wasu dey say boga na sika ho ban. And project ekoswa now you are buying papa now unim how to ensure say we be Ghana for sika ho ban. You cannot just assume say because project is intended to address a problem we need to know other legal issues and say concerns you just leave it the way I work on. Ghana for sika $200 million through boosting our parliament approve here. Yes, it could see 5,000 housing units. 5,000 housing units. You cannot shortchange Ghana for now. Asat now. The last checks I'm checking here about 660 out of the 5,000 housing units. And many opinions say, yes, in Crawford is I didn't even prosecute you. It is Nanado Dankwa is not a judge. Nanado will only allow the government can only allow the legal system to take its course. He can only allow, and we know can say, yeah, Papa Collins at that time no minister. He's in court. One impending for the chief director, in court. The rules of justice grind slowly. At the right time, Emrano, Ebet baby, Yamfan Concorda. Why not? Or Wakwanya, so what this is the $8 million. ABC a dying Maku 8,000. Nasa Sikano, Obi Edia Waya, Dream with Diani Catastrophe, Hono, or the at the end $68 million is going to give us 8,000 housing units with other auxiliary facilities. We have done project audits, Sagreme project, Sika here would be no. So we say we invested the same amount of resources. It is going to give you value for money. That is what this government is seeking to do. We appreciate dying challenges. We appreciate Ghana for how dying. And we think nearby, as a Korean for housing projects. A number of housing projects are Ecoso, Abaya, Obobo hospitals, Konongo Hospital now be here. Bekwa Hospital now be here. A number of them. We are not here to talk about that. You are launching the biggest health infrastructure projects are unprecedented. Agenda 111.
We are talking about
eight of them. Me na me come time.
That be.
Okay, so we coffee for baby. Okay, American someone any part of the topic. Allow me to. Obi stop you. At the end of the day, Sagremi, Abano actually the position clearly on that. Abani nye mutromojo, abani nye katasumu muasubia ewo Sagremi housing projects. And sabi also ye projects. Projects na kura wo ye na akwan ensuo eniema eboa ema also chichiri city ben ye chichira o chichiri city you must make sure say city na akwan accessible emu trouble enipa betimi anante so also make sure say enkanea e okay wo ho also make sure say health facilities obi hu etochima ye dey record say na mani nyina no must be part of your planning. You don't just say o chichiri city no akosi sidan agu ba bi keke. Who we are, Sidan 5,000, I was 660 Ghana City, 660 housing units as against 5,000. Meanwhile, I catch Ghana for say
1,500 units in 660 housing.
Media, what I am saying is that the government has been very clear on that. On the issue of banking sector cleanup, Aban taking decision to protect depositors' money. And we make sure say Ghana for over 3 million depositors. That is housing. No, housing. I don't have much to say about that because our position on that is clear. Sagremi, Abaya Chilesa Sagremi, a lot of concerns has been raised on Sagremi. Court. Now they say value for money, Sagremi, amount of money, you bet me just 8,000 housing units. I'm Ghana for no.
Do you believe that?
I don't believe saying. They made me believe no na about them. They made me believe
2,000 clients to me and Sina 8,000.
I two phases. Phase 1 within 18 months. We are going to put up 4,000 of this housing units.
Agenda 111 prayer to me and 5 so many years and
Agenda 111 no. I work on 88
levels of because last time on all can na donate Dr. Baumia de kra boy bra. Because
are you no leading mama
no
my position is clear. Maka. Me say one sagreme dream di ni keta John Dramani Mahama ni NDC aban a short change Ghana for. Nyame adaro ma aban yi ba ye no. Yama ehon komodie ni nyina be open Ghana for nyina ni de akire empanimfo a eboa ma asa katasehye ne proye ne course no ene omu gina court a ye twe ma bo so court me gidi semra ne bubo ma ba bi emra ne dan be kwa akoto aban alanche another policy a o hwe animu se eno no eboa ma value for money be koso ayeba be si dan krabata makumako 8,000 they solve housing problem ye wo asomai that is the way to go. And I support the government say abana abua making sure say Ghana for sika akose ba bi ani kwan say kwose no aban ni di akire so obeje na aban na edwene nipa dodo nso a epe ba bi di omuti ato eho e very good. And I can bank say na maka say bank no enye na ye be di banking sector clean up ho ase aban nyina so a wo di clean banking sector ne say e say ya hodo a regulations wom risk management wom a lot of factors are ebema bank aye insolvent no aban ehun se ba bi adu no se wa mam anya nhye be boa deposit sika ho ban ya nipa bebre ho be kiro eti na aban ye banking clean up and I believe say na a bitter pill yare anya wa bi kun no aduru aye so ano no ya aduru aye nwono and that is exactly the decision of government. As simple as that.
And I say, yeah, the best here.
Na 1 minute here.
Minutes be no bill.
30 seconds. Unim za 2019. Unim za 2019 Dr. Baumia for Kate store. Say you see 100,000 housing unit to Amasama.
Me da say.
Unim sa.
I mean pa me kai.
And no kosi say na ye jaya no ne say be cat. Because MPP o mo Ghana for adwini.
Me da say.
Me da say some boy. Because Apokwasi project. And say baso.
Me da say.
And say baso. You are going to throw our monies again into the drain. 8,000. Now, who agenda 111 crowd see 88 in the year. Would how many?
Me da say. Asanita no I political analyst me da say.
Oh, eja wa me around there.
Na bas nso ye Asante Nigeria Communication Officer dem NDC. Na Krobia Asante George nso ye Deputy Communication.
Eja kwam na me wonchia bia me de chia nua Krobia.
Na anopei asida na yedema Dominion Herbal Powder. Dominion Herbal Center Limited for one koko na eye de aba. Mr. wa honam baby na ye wo ya waposo wakoma diabetes ha wadwene obi pinko yie wachi bremu utumi nna wo system no nko yie a Mr. wa amansa entumi enka Dominion Herbal Powder ibi na anopati tutu wasore no wunye so hia de eti na wasa teaspoon ba ko na de agum unumu na eye ya no wano ansa na wadidi na so kwada nwumre nso a wedi die wie na nwumre na why the same thing no one mansa na wada me mo 2 weeks pe ubon so system no nyina ebesi sapreko pe e nubra ne habamba enya akopɔ nhira so de amaye no na Dominion Herbal for de Dominion Herbal Powder eboa yie pa enti from na tu bikoton ana akɔ drugstore pharmacy shop bi a na herbal shop a on sabe tumi akabi from 0543 158195 and afa 0249 591843 ya banana se papa and afi nso no Game Park Limited for de hihye sunku bi aba Game Park Games ko Play Store Google Play Store na ko download Game Park Games na me kamechiro enche wo start say wo dia wo benye sika say boom National Lottery Authority paying for and na this an hye aba eba be boa pa ama niam nyina akose de say itumi ko we trial lock ibia na no no lock no bebre na on 26th of this month and e be hye live telecast no anopa nonkron awiadu mienu ena nwure no nsia ena mo bebre yen ewo Adom TV so awia bidin e de agya kwabramada production team na ase na mo yesori so yi obi birthday wa mama monitor de yensori so kra na yenko asofu mame na asofu Gloria na ewa woda nti ebusuafo ni nyina ase ben kan chiro se eni okito se oboma happy birthday mama ka bibi nchransa na wasori anu wo hui e kansam techrama wo hui e kansam na me di bibi to me sisi ase me kama won so watie bi o say sometimes quiet you to be quiet even when you are right. Good morning, Ochina Ibeshia.